them to develop their influence and having an impact on the world. So if you think about it, this is about knowing, so it's covered by me there, but it's knowing, doing, being, inspiring others, and creating value. Now there is a reason why these are shaded in different colors. There's nothing wrong with your projector. I did that on purpose. I think, and I don't know whether you agree with me, I think generally education does a very good job at developing knowledge, because you don't know, we won't allow you to move to the next stage and eventually you will not graduate. Somehow skills are also okay. We get students who are able to do many things. Attitudes and behaviors, yes, maybe. Some places are better than other places. That's why I would like to think that knowledge, skills, and somehow attitudes and behaviors are the domain of conventional education. Now, if you look at really taking hold and authority and responsibility for the attitudes, for the development of attitudes and behaviors, and influence, inspiring others, and impact, these are all things that are beyond the person. This is how an individual would project her or his presence on the world. And that is in the domain of leadership. I would like to argue that positive education is the system of education that is ambitious enough, brave enough to take it as its responsibility, not only to develop knowledge and skills and somehow behaviors, but to take full ownership of developing the attitudes and behaviors and developing the capability to inspire others and eventually to have impact. Now, how do we do positive education? Again, these are just my thoughts, and you are the expert, and I'm sure many of you are going to challenge that, but that's good. I think the first shift needs to be a curriculum shift. So every time we progress the technology, if I were to pick engineering, when I was an engineer, I studied engineering drawing manually for 2 years. Now, none of our students does that manual drawing. They lost a lot of skills, but that created space in the curriculum. I believe that that space in the curriculum should not be replaced by more technical subject, but more of the subject that builds the attributes, the behaviors, the attitudes, the impact, and also the influence. The next one is pedagogy. I think this is something that we are guilty of at the higher education. So the employers come and say, look, your students don't know how to communicate. So we create a course about communication. And how do we teach that course? We say, these are the 5 most important things about communication. You memorize them, you go and take an exam, and I certify you as a communicator. Or they need entrepreneurship. Sure, I create another course about entrepreneurship. And you know what? These are the 10 traits of an entrepreneur, and then these are the cases. Somehow those people who are very good at exams, they will get an A at an entrepreneurship. Oh, project management, we have that too. Let's start another course. Now, we need to realize that the pedagogy for the upper half of my diagram cannot be the same pedagogy used for the lower half of the diagram. It has to be different. It's very difficult. It's personalized. It's very messy. It's very difficult to assess. It's very difficult to tell where a B ends and A starts. But this needs to be done. Now, there is a change of mindset that is very necessary. Now, We talk about lifelong learning. I think we just pay lip service. We just talk about it. Our graduates, our students need to really see education as a journey rather than a destiny. It's not just you get a degree at the end of a 4 or 3 year course and that's it. You are set, you are a teacher, you are an engineer. The mindset has to change. The mindset of the employers have to change as well. They need to stop saying, oh, give me this perfect graduates who will be able to do this, and that, and I don't want to do any development. This is a process that employers, the government, the educational institutions need to work on. The last bit is to make our education system challenge focused. You know, you get a kid who just finished his or her SPM, and we ask them, what do you want to do? And then they look at the number of choices that they have, and they are like, really mind-boggling. So how would someone who is just 17 can make a decision whether to be an accountant or an engineer or a doctor or a teacher or whatever, based on what? You know, we didn't prepare them for that. Now, I believe that our education system could start by focusing this process around the challenges. So we need to ask our youth, what challenge do you want to work on? Do you want to work on poverty, or on the environment, or on art, or I don't know what, but let's try to focus things around the challenges rather than around the discipline, because the disciplines are always limiting. Always they are limiting, because we all know there's no challenge that can